Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the 2022 Disney Plus movie Pinocchio. It's a remake of the 1940 movie, and it is the live-action movie made by Disney and directed by Robert Zemeckis. First off, I just want to say I've seen a few negative reviews from this movie already, and honestly, I kind of liked it. I obviously think these remakes are movies that do not have to be made, but it really was visually stunning, this movie. That's something I do like about the Disney remakes, is I'm not always a fan of the stories, but the visuals and just showing how far they've come from the original animations such as Dumbo and Pinocchio is just honestly so drastic, and it's really beautiful, to be honest. Pinocchio is played by Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, who I feel did a really good job as the character. And also, I didn't even recognize Joseph Gordon-Levitt's voice in this, and he was fantastic as Jiminy Cricket. The only problem I have with these remakes is I am a fan of more original movies that Disney has made, such as Pixar and stuff like that, but I understand this is a remake, so let's talk about what changed from the 1940s Pinocchio. First off, we have a new character named Sophia, who is the seagull in this movie, and she was not in the original 1940 movie, and she helps out along the way, including helping out Jiminy Cricket, and also letting them know that Geppetto was at sea. So I just finished watching this movie, so there may be a few scenes and details that I didn't notice, so let me know in the comments what you saw, and if I didn't say anything in this video, let me know. Something else we did not see in the 1940s movie that is in this movie was the Coachman. He is played by Luke Evans, and he has a musical number and has a pretty prominent role at Pleasure Island. I thought that Pleasure Island was one of my favorite parts in the entire movie. It was visually pleasing, all the kid actors were amazing, and even the guy who played Candlewick. Candlewick was played by Lewis Lloyd, who is a child actor, and I thought his performance was really great in this film as well, and I really enjoyed seeing the donkey aspect of this film. It was one of my favorites from the 1940s Pinocchio, and it was so dark when I first watched the 1940s Pinocchio that I was like, wow, this is a Disney movie. I don't see this being a Disney movie. And in this movie, it is just as dark, and I'm glad they didn't sugarcoat anything like that. If I had a favorite scene from this movie, it would have to be Pleasure Island and the pool scene with Candlewick. Going back a little to when Pinocchio was with Stromboli, we also got a new character, Fabiana. The actress who played Fabiana did great, but to be honest, if her character and the puppet weren't in the film, nothing would have really changed. So it was nice to see another puppet and a new character, but I don't think this really had an impact on the overall movie. We also see less of the Blue Fairy in this. We only see her in the beginning of the movie, and she does not come back to save Pinocchio from Stromboli like in the original film. I thought they could have used the Blue Fairy a lot more, but we really only saw her in the beginning. And lastly, let's talk about the ending of Pinocchio. So once Pinocchio gets home from Pleasure Island, we find out that Geppetto had sold all of his clocks to get a boat to try and find Pinocchio, which is honestly really heartwarming. What was different about the 1940s movie and this movie was that in the 1940s film, Pinocchio had to go save Geppetto from the whale. They knew that Geppetto had already been eaten by the whale and had to go get him. In this film instead, Pinocchio basically runs on water and is very close to getting to Geppetto, and right before they meet up once again, they both get eaten by this whale or giant sea creature, not sure if it's a whale or whatever creature they want it to be. The scenes inside of this whale felt a little bit rushed, but I was glad that it didn't take as long as the original movie. Just like in the original, they light a fire and make their way out of this giant creature, and Pinocchio saves Geppetto from the water, and they get into this little crevice inside of the mountain, and Pinocchio saves the day. Geppetto is believed to be dead, and Pinocchio sheds a tear and it lands on Geppetto's face, saving him. He wakes up and tells Pinocchio that although he always wanted a real boy, he just wanted Pinocchio just the way he is, and Pinocchio does not turn into a real boy in this movie. The movie ends with Jiminy Cricket talking about how Pinocchio was a real boy in Geppetto's eyes, and he does not need to be a real boy to fulfill his dreams. So I did like the ending, that it was a little different from the 1940s film, and I honestly overall really liked this film. It had its ups and downs. It was visually stunning. I wasn't expecting anything too new, just a few things that I mentioned in this video, but it is a nice watch, and I would say if you're going to sit around with your family and watch this, it is a really nice movie to watch. So thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you thought of Pinocchio in the comments, and have a great day, everyone.